roads twisting hard where the shadows lie. Grip the
From the virtual Iowa Speedway in the cornfields of the Midwest, we welcome you back to coverage of the NASRA 360 Racing Network CRN and the continuation of season number 2 for the NASRA Florida Cabinet Distributors Cup Series. Tonight, it's 175 laps, 150 miles in the Iowa Speedway Glass Mechanic 150. Welcome to our broadcast coverage. Preliminary laps are underway. As always, I am Wesley Outland. Binglestein Hopton is on production. And joining me on color commentary, Justin White will pop in a time or two. And we ain't wasting no time. Preliminary laps are underway. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for tonight's race as we get closer and closer to the end of the regular season here tonight. There's the lineup, and Thomas Aaron is on the pole with Tristan Bruce on the outside in row number 1. Row number 2 here in Iowa will find Randy Nichols, already a multi-time winner, along with Daytona winner for Aggressive Racing, Kevin Edwards. Row number 3, look at Trevor Williams in the 17, Landon Kelly up there on the Yingling number 95. Beautiful looking race car. Row number 4 on the grid, we'll find Mr. Mustache, Anthony Harden of the John Deere green colors, and Bo Tiffany. That's a name we haven't mentioned in a while. He's back again. He'll start 8. Row number 5, Dean, gonna find Roger Diebold in the number 9 spot, and Drew Ballesteros in car 54, your top 10. Good evening, buddy.
Good evening, mate. Outside the top 10, we got the double B of Brandon Broadfoot on P11 there of Jeffrey Johnson. The double J and the double B along in row 6, my friend, going over to row 7 as well, too. We'll have Robert Richards, the double R, and Matt Hudgens in the P14 place there. Alongside him on row 8, Ryan Johnson, the tiny horse, with Josh Rodriguez, who was doing burnouts in the pit road earlier there in P16. Over to P17, my friend Tony Burlington and Chase Albright on row 9. Rounding up row 10 will be Jonathan Caulfield and Joshua Suss.
Jonathan Caulfield and Joshua Suss, defending champion and winner this past Monday night in the DSR Truck Series in Daytona. Brandon New, Buzzy Mongold making up row number 11. Row number 12 on the grid will find Brandon Schumann, the Dr. Pepper machine, and Matt Holmes, a winner this year in the 5 on the outside. Row 13, as the field gets the 1 to go, Ben Scanlon and Raul Meza, Mr. 500 of NASRA, getting closer and closer to starting. And finally, Andrew Alsuski in the back. There is your starting lineup. Lights off on the pace car. They were given a couple of extra preliminary laps, but we'll be coming to green. Laps will reset, and here we go. 175 laps, 150 miles. Stage 1 will take us all the way to lap number 40. Stage 2 is 90 laps. That's a 50-lap run in Glass Mechanic Stage 2, and then finally the finish of the race with a total laps of 175. Overtime attempts unlimited, 3 sets of tires, 100% fuel capacity, and they're occupying the Gen 6 car. This is the car before the next gen era. So glad you're joining us on this Wednesday night.
Green's out, green flag, green flag.
Pace car is in. Here comes the virtual thundering herd down to the line. 7/8 of a mile, racetrack, Iowa, green flag, and we're underway. Ladies and gentlemen, you got a virtual race.
A little bit of blinking, I think. Time tonight. Back into turn 3. Short track around this one too, Wesley, but they're 3 wide already.
This is a very unique racetrack. Thanks to everybody that is watching, joining us. As Iowa Speedway, as I mentioned, 7/8 of a mile. Oh, what a fun place this is. It's a short track that could drive like a super speedway, but can drive like a Bristol or Martinsville as well. 7/8 of a mile, D-shaped oval track. The fastest short track on the planet is what it's nicknamed and dubbed. 7/8 of a mile. Obviously, this track just 9. There's also, I don't know if you do this, but there's 12 degrees of 12 to 14 degrees of banking to the corners. 10 degrees on the front straightaway where they're at right now in the dry oval. And then the back straightaway is 4 degrees of banking. And Dean, I don't know if you knew this or not, there's also a 1.3 mile road course with 9 turns in the infield here at Iowa Speedway.
Yeah, we need to talk to Joshua Suss about that, don't we? But I don't think it's available on the iracing calendar, my friend, to be able to see that one. But that's interesting. I didn't know they had a little in-track there. This is just like basically one big loop, isn't it? Really, at the end of the day, that backstretch.
It really is. It's like driving a circle. Yeah.
There's your backstretch there, and before you know it, mate, you're already in turn 3.
You're exactly right. The dimension of this track, it's 7/8 of a mile, but it seems like it's a solid circle that you're going around. There's no, I mean, the straightaway and the front tri-oval just popped up at you as they already worked the back straightaway 5 laps in. Looking at this battle now with the top 5. Yes, sir. Oh, you're right. Diebold and Edwards going at it now for 5th.
Is this where tyres are very important? You'd have to say there, Wesley, seeing you have the 5 sets because you shoot through them, because basically there's so much friction applied to these tyres constantly as you never really just completely straight, as you mentioned. Whoa! They're leaning on each other at the moment there, Edwards and Diebold, I think. But, Kelly and Diebold. But, yeah, Wesley, it's got to be partnership tyres.
I mentioned this as well when we came on the air. I mean, this is the type of place where honestly, you know, it's one of these racetracks where, you know, it feels like it's a short track, but it drives like a super speedway, right? There's progressive banking. Look at this 3 wide already bumping that jump at you. And whoa, getting loose on the bottom is Ballesteros. Hold on. Drew Ballesteros and also the 22, I think it's Broadfoot, shoved out of line. Remember, winner, first Cup win, first NASRA win at Talladega before the end of 2025.
These guys will be leaning on each other a lot, of course, and it's early days at the moment. I've only won 9 laps down here. Imagine those tyres do start burning through. You're not going to have that much flexibility, aren't you? This is why they call it, well, where's Jacob? Be loving this. We call it door banging, of course. We call it trading paints. We call it buffering your sponsor logos, whatever you need, my friend. But these two are too for that one.
Door banging. We got beef.
Kangaroo jerky.
Yes, sir.
Place is like a cheese grater on
Here we go.
tires.
This is the man behind the scenes there. This is
It's
the
like
boss.
the voice.
Oh,
it comes out of nowhere. It's like the voice
boss
of
is listening,
iRacing
Wesley.
God.
No introduction needed. We all know who I am.
Justin, what's up, man? Good to be back at it again. I know we took off last week, but man, I guess we're in for the long haul now, ain't we?
That was a scheduling conflict on my part. Some of these guys did
sorry, my friend.
Oh, there we go.
Aaron's
Right there, up high.
Yep.
Trouble, 93 up against the outside wall. That's Thomas Aaron. He's turned in the wrong direction. Everybody will go to the inside to miss him, and the Surf Pro caution will come out for the first time. We're joined by Justin White as well, and our first caution of the race.
Yep.
Here's a look at it.
Maybe
Looks like maybe the Randy Nichols a little aggressive there. Ooh, hit the left rear, and around goes the 93 up the hill.
All credit to the other drivers, too. They all managed to stick down the inside of the apron there and avoid him. That could have been a multi-wreck. And then, of course, when he goes to turn here, Wesley, in a second, there will be another car that will approach him in a second. And he stops right here, allows him through. Bingo. And good job done. So, single car incident for the 93.
Justin, always great catching up with you, man. I know we're under the yellow flag here in the early going, but, man, this is always a fun, unique racetrack here at Iowa Speedway.
It is. It's a driver's track, kind of like Richmond. You're always turning. Save the tires. That right front's going to be key tonight. You only have 3 sets, so you got 2 laying, 1 on the car, 2 laying in the pits, and you got 175 laps to do it with 100% fuel. So tire conservation on a cheese grater old track, because this is the old conversion of the track. This is not the new one that's got the new asphalt in the corners. This is the old conversion, because that's the only setup I had for this, and that's what they're running on. They had a complete 175 lap practice last week. If they didn't utilize it, then that's on them. They're going to figure it out tonight real quick.
There you go. And by the way, these drivers occupying the Gen 6 car. And remember, we kind of mentioned this when we came back a couple of weeks ago from Indy. If you remember, Dean, this is the final 4 races before the playoffs. I mean, look, we've got Kentucky next week, Daytona, Chicago. I mean, what exciting racetracks, including Iowa tonight, to determine your final opportunity to punch your ticket into the playoffs.
Speaking of that too, Wesley, we don't unfortunately have any graphics for that. That's usually done by Cody, and we wish Cody and his family a speedy recovery. They're a little under the weather at the moment, my friend. So if you are listening out there, Cody, yep, I hope you're sitting in bed there relaxing as much as possible, you and the family. But you explained that situation to everybody there, Wesley, how it's going to pan out currently at the moment as we're heading towards the playoffs.
Well, if you check your messenger, if you check it, I did send you what schedule I have. But obviously, these drivers tonight are in the Gen 6 car. And, this is the car before the official debut of the next-gen car, the Gen 6 machine. And it's a different downforce package. It's a different car on handling. I'll be honest with you, Justin. I think this is the perfect race car for this place like here tonight at Iowa. No doubt.
For sure, this Gen 6 to me is a short track car, and that's why I put it on short track. It is the next gen is more of a 1.5 mile super speedway type car. Gen 6 is more short track, maybe 1.5 miles. We'll toss that in there, and then you've also don't forget you got the Gen 4. Now the Gen 4, that's 900 horsepower. That's 900 horses underneath your butt. You can't say the other word. I don't want to get D-Macked and Wesley and everybody else on my rear after a while. But 900 horsepower, 900 horsepower, you will burn the right rear off of that while you burn the right front off of it. So
and there's the schedule. And as you mentioned, those cars, obviously, Justin, like tonight, Gen 6 car tonight, next gen car, or the Gen 4 car coming up in Kentucky, the next gen Cup car, obviously in Daytona, Chicagoland, all coming up in February. Into February, Nashville in the playoffs in round of 1. Back to green. Who's going to make the Sweet 20?
It's sweet, all right, isn't it? Get in at 20 after a fantastic series. And of course, it's always good to be back at the Cup Series. We'll have fun. It's a chance that you get to hear me behind the mic, literally in front of the microphone now, too. You always hear me and yourself there, and the other commentary team, Jacob, in there. I'm always chewing your ear off, and everybody can chew that. But look at that Tristan Bruce, the LT Bruce, up the road there. He's got a bit of a gap to the rest of the behind him. He's got this gaggle of cars 2x2x2 ways.
Really does. As right now we're going to try to go 3 wide. There goes the Daytona winner. Edwards up on the high side. Hitting his marks. Down below comes Williams in the 17 orange and black car. Look at the Yingling ride. That's the driver of the 95 of Kelly's car. Right there behind the top 3 single file, and then you got them door to door. I just love the rumble of the engines too, Justin. They just sound so cool, man.
They do. They rev them things up 9,000 RPM, and they're just singing, and I love it. Absolutely love it. I am going to give you guys a little bit of a gateway, future crystal ball thing into the future for season 3. We are not doing playoffs. We are not going to do this 3-race playoff system.
Are we going back to the chase format?
Yes, sir, we are. That is a guarantee.
Okay.
This 3-race cutoff thing, I think, is great for TV, but it does not work for here. I think we need more consistency coming in and more reward. So that's what's going to happen.
So basically, a certain amount of drivers will lock themselves in for the championship. Points will reset, and then there'll be those drivers battling it out for the title, basically like the Cup Series is doing.
You are correct. No more winning your end anymore.
There you go.
You got to pay your entire way for the entire season, and then we're good. Oh, and we got another caution coming out.
And we got trouble on the racetrack. Trouble. Caution is out. Another Surf Pro yellow flag number 2.
Oh, no.
And it's the same guy, Thomas Aaron, spinning again in turn 2.
Wonder if he had
second
damage.
Verse, same as the first.
Yeah, he kind of. Well, because the last time he went down to pit road, he spent about 46 seconds, I think, Wes. So
right.
I don't know. He might have had a bit of damage that he didn't quite get chipped out. But anyway, before we start assuming everything and bring in some fake news into this, let's find out what the real information was, because he's got some cars around him here and he got under some shin there. Oh, wow, that's a close
Hello
one.
to not your average cards. Is that Cody Knott? Is that Cody Knott, Justin? Not your average cards? Hope it's a good show, guys. Sorry, I missed about 4 races over the last 2 weeks. I think it's Cody Knott, and yes, I think Cody's been sick, man. Cody, I hope you get feeling better, brother. Yeah. Sucks being sick.
Yeah, we just mentioned wishing Cody and his family well. Of course, I spoke to him before. There it is. 69 gets in. Little bumper to the 33. And Thomas Aaron's just having one of those visiting walls pit
I think the 93 was a little bit loose when the 69 got to him.
That might be true, wouldn't it? Yeah.
And he just hit him at the right time and spun him around. I don't think that's all in the 69, from my point of view.
It's so quickly to tell, isn't it?
It's quick. It just looks like the 93 a little bit loose before contact.
And I'll be honest, Justin, I don't think his car is that badly damaged either.
No, I don't think so. I think, like I said, he just come off. His tires are already kind of, he was loose. You can watch his wheel. His tires are already hot from spinning anyway, so it's hard to cool these things off. You know, these old Goodyears just hold heat so well.
Yeah, he's down there.
Caution out in the early going for the NASRA Cup Series and the Glass Mechanic 150. Thank you all for watching on this Wednesday night. We take a break. When we come back, we'll come back to green as we are closing in on the midway point of Stage 1 in the cornfields of virtual Iowa.
For Murph's Magical Creations, home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Welcome back to the virtual Iowa Speedway. Rocking and rolling as we are 25 laps when we come back to the green flag here in stage number 1. That'll take us to lap number 40 tonight, the Glass Mechanic 150. 150 miles, 175 laps here in Iowa. Of course, we got Bigglestein, Hopton on color production, Justin White, and on yourself, Wesley Outlet. Yeah, man, we're breaking glass all night, ain't we? Break some glass, mate. Break some glass. They sponsored the race. Every time the green flag waves, we break some glass. Not just stage 2.
Just when I was
Here
young.
they come back.
You needed a sponsor when I was younger, so I'd be like, Mum, I'm sorry I broke the window kind of thing, because it's sponsored by Glass Mechanic.
Broke the glass.
You know how many times
I broke the base, I broke the window.
My brothers and I playing cricket in the backyard. I needed glass.
Look, Mom. Virtual stone. Oh, look at this. From on bottom of 3.
Oh, that's going to be a
95 and a big pile up from there.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Schumann, Diebold,
as well.
Mongold. Aaron's caught up in it. Oh, my. Wow. Justin, this is the reason why we call this a short track, but it drops like a super speedway, and we just had a virtual big one there in turn number 3 a moment ago.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. This is one of those where these guys, I don't know. I asked them to take it easy and give it time, and they literally run it over each other. I don't understand it.
Yeah, it looks like the 95 just got into the tiny back there because we haven't up to full speed yet, were we, Justin? Problem with this one right now is that because the car rolls up to the outside lane, everybody's electing to go up to the fence, up to the high lane in the last-minute reaction. And unfortunately, because everybody's decided to do that this time around, only the ones that went to the inside apron have escaped it, but it's caused a big... Look at that little pile up there, my friend. I feel like I'm in Los Angeles.
I think it's
freeway.
more on the 7 than it is on the 95, guys, because the 95 held his lane. I think the 7 just cut down early, thinking he was going to cut his nose off. And
yeah.
Product of it.
Watch this again. The 95 Yingling, by the way. Well, the white car bounced off the wall too. Yeah. There it is.
Held his lane, and the 7 just said, "I'm coming down," and he's there. And it's just that's on the 7. That's all day.
Yeah, I think Kevin Edwards tried to move from the inside or the middle lane down on the bottom, and when he did, the 95 Yingling car was like, "Nope, I'm holding my line. I'm not going nowhere." And Landon Kelly, right now, his Toyota's in second. No harm, no foul. He's going to be showed as behind Tristan Bruce as a leader. And then look at this, man. It's not a matter Dean is the accident, the car involved. It's everybody behind him, like Talladega or Daytona. Watch again.
You got to look like your JJ, for example, here. Where did he go? He got tagged before he could get up to the high side. That's where everybody was planning on going at that point, at that speed. And then, of course, it's just a situation. This is going to be to all these drivers at the moment. These are the drivers involved. You're going to see at the moment. There's a tag as well, even before we get to the accident scene. As everybody's trying to hit the anchors, probably the rear end's going around as well too. But that's Schumann. You got Edwards that's involved in this one as well too. That's Edwards that you saw. You've got Anthony Harden, of course, Mr. Mustache himself, for the John Deere entry. We've got him on cam too. We'll try to get that up a little bit. But he's gone up high here, and then this is where you're going to see this gaggle of cars just all up there, nowhere to go. Depending on how much damage that they really got at the end of that one. Joshua Suss was involved, Mongold, Rodriguez, Scanlon. And unfortunately, Thomas Aaron again can't get a break. Third caution, and third time he's been involved as well.
Yeah. My goodness. Wow. Yellow flag out. By the way, we're closing in on the end of stage number 1. About 12 laps remaining here in stage number 1.
Thank you for that reminder. I almost forgot.
What? Oh, yeah.
I got to move. I'm the one that's got to put the caution out. I'm Barney the flagman. I got to send the signal to Barney, and I almost forgot, guys.
Let's get the lap 40 first. Got 11 laps.
Then I'll throw it. I know.
Yeah, lights off are on the pace car. So
I'm gonna key at Barney
Justin,
now until we're ready.
What is your take of season 2? How different is it than season number 1 of the? Do you feel like it's better organized or whatnot?
I think I'll take no gift. I will admit, on my part as an admin, it is a little bit disorganized. I will make some mock changes this last year, so it's a little bit disorganized on the admin side. I've got some things settled in. I got some things more moving in that direction. It seems a little bit more, but I think it's more disorganized on the track. These guys are all take and no give. I don't think they're giving more than they're taking. And they keep forgetting that these Gen 4 and Gen 6 cars have huge amounts of neck tail consistently updated. So they're going to be little quirks and things that happen. And they just need to be a little bit more patient with each other as we're going to have a little talk.
Oh, we are. We just had a look at Brandon's onboard there. He was battling it out with his triple screen setup. And where did that occur? Back in there.
And just as soon as we got back to green, the trouble on the racetrack. Wow.
Involving the number 2.
Number 2, is it? Yeah, Brandon knew.
Yeah. Brandon knew there. And there's a replay. What happened?
This is going to be... See, Justin's a nice guy, but they're going to start wrecking a few times. He might be on the horn soon. saying,
Yeah,
guys.
2, and you're supposed to be parked. So,
Right.
Wow, so this is something new that you're enforcing with all of not having multiple cautions, if you will, Justin.
well, I've always done the 2 and you're parked. I just haven't had anybody. I've only had a few guys actually experience it. I don't know.
Got you.
I don't know which way to call this though.
So who would that? Yeah, we're just looking at again, and I'm just using the fantastic fast drone that we have here at the NASRA network and keep up to these cars. You can see currently at the moment 69 in the 2. Because that's the thing. It's not much of a straightaway. That's the only tiny bit of straightaway that there is. So most of your time you're turning. It only takes a little tap to the rear of the car and you're going to send anybody around.
I think that's going to be on the 69, and I think that'll be his second for the day, and he's going to be done for the day.
Oh dear. All right, it's going to.
That's the way I'm seeing it right now, and I hate to park somebody, but
the principal's office, is that where you're sending him to? Your office?
Yeah, he'll have to park it. And he's not going to be very thrilled when I tell him. I know the 2 is slow because the 2's got damage, but at the same time, you got to be smart. I'm not down on anybody. I've done it. I've been parked for 2. I've done it. When I talk, I'm not just speaking on my own. I was thinking he thought the 37 was going to be further up the track, and he just wasn't, and he turned down into him. And 2 is coming up. So, it's a hard call. This is what they pay me to be in the hot seat for, right?
That's why you're the principal.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, there it is, obviously. Hey, by the way, somebody messaged me, a friend of NASRA, and they said, Wesley, can you give us an update of what's going on with Bowman Gray Stadium and the NASCAR clash? Well, I'll be honest with you. The last thing that I was told was that, we are preparing for a snowstorm. Justin, I actually think you're going to get snow in Tennessee this time. You guys kind of lucked out last week. I talked to a buddy of mine in Etowah, Tennessee, and he said, I don't know how it happened, Wesley. We're talking to Roby Helm, and he said, I don't know how it happened, but somehow we lucked up, and it bypassed the mountains in Tennessee in the west. But with that being said, we got another massive nor'easter coming off the coast, and that's the one I'm worried about. Hell, they're talking about us getting 12 to 16 inches where I live at.
Yep, we actually live in a valley. We got a plateau in the Smoky Mountains to the right, and the plateau to the left, and it's like in this valley we have a warm, and it's like it hits the plateau and disappears. So we got lucky. We got really lucky.
Yeah. So anyhow, to give everybody an update, and here's the deal. The forecast calls for 6 to 10 inches of snow in Winston-Salem at Bowman Gray Stadium. The plan is to go as scheduled. Tech inspection at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Tech Building shed will be tomorrow. Cars will be impounded, and then from there on, everything goes on as scheduled. If the weather interferes, snow weather related, plan is to race the Clash at Bowman Gray on Monday and Tuesday of next week. So they're going to do everything they can to get that NASCAR race in. And Dean, if you remember, last year, me, you, and Jacob did the Motorsports Mania coverage of that race.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was when I was complaining about how dark it was down there in pit lane, when drivers literally had the little LED flashlights out there trying to see what's going on to fix the cars. 3 wide almost at the back there, but it looks like Landon Kelly thought twice about it. The 95, he might think about going in the middle. That's a view from Brandon Broadfoot with triple screen, so you can currently see him running in P2 at the moment. He's trying to clear all these drivers behind him, which he is. Trying to catch the T Bruce and let every single lap of this race at the moment. And we'll continue this way with 4 to go in stage 1, unless anybody can catch him.
Yeah, cautions here. Justin White in stage number 1, but things are finally beginning to close in the end of stage 1, and it has been all Tristan Bruce up in front in that number 23 machine leading the way here.
Yeah, it looks like he's in the 7, but he's in the 23.
Well, timing and scoring has 23. He's in the 7. I think he does that to tick me off sometimes.
Well,
remember he has the small 2 sometimes as well, too, because
yes.
Because he wanted number 3.
Yeah, he threw a little temper tantrum.
There's somebody else that has the number 3 number, I believe.
In real life, don't they, in NASCAR, when they don't get that?
Well, no. I mean, at the beginning of the season, NASCAR gives you a certain number, and that's your number. You know, that's your specific number. Now, you can fight over that number. Tristan Bruce, by the way.
Yep.
That's right.
It.
I'll be honest with you. I never thought NASCAR or Childress was going to release the number 3 until, Austin Dillon. But remember, for the longest time, from, 2001 after Earnhardt's passing until Austin Dillon got involved in running NASCAR racing with Childress, his grandfather, the number 3 was absent. It was retired, So Tristan Bruce, by the way, will win. Oh yeah, they retired the number. Tristan Bruce, by the way, will win stage number 1. There goes the man out of Denver, North Carolina. The Ziegler.com Chevrolet, beautiful looking race car. I like the pink on black.
Yep. Tristan Bruce
to the principal's office, please.
He's all right, actually, so he doesn't need to go to the principal's office. He will need to have a chat to us soon, Wesley, won't he? To see how it's been out there this evening, leading every single lap in this race.
It's going to be coming to the pit lane here. Here comes Tristan Bruce and Brandon Broadfoot. All these guys coming down to the pit lane.
He didn't go down.
No, but the others behind them will.
Yeah.
Ballesteros, Williams, Cofield, Tiffany, others. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll grab Tristan Bruce, stage 1 winner from Iowa. Stay with us.
For Murph's Magical Creations, home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Back here at the virtual Iowa Speedway, the NASRA Cup Series, presented by the fine folks of Florida Cabinet Distributors, rolls on, and we grab High Limit Motorsports driver of Tristan Bruce, the stage 1 winner from Denver. Tristan, always great catching up with you, man, and amongst all the chaos that was going on behind you, you stayed out of trouble, kept the pink and black 7 up in front, stage 1 win. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, it feels good to lead all these laps. Haven't really pushed the car at all, and we only have 2 sets in the pit, so and I have enough fuel to make it to the second stage, so just riding this thing out. I was pushing my tires the hardest those last 3 laps there because I know Broadfoot's coming through the field and he wants to get that stage win, but I wasn't going to let that one happen. But yeah, just a good race so far, clean up front for me. Just got to keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what I got for you as well, T. Bruce. So nobody's going to really bring it at this point, but you haven't taken a pit stop yet. I guess people listening out there, when do you think, how far could you get before you need to head down pit road?
I got 60 laps of fuel and we go to lap 90, so I'll be fine.
All right. So perhaps back to
and these cautions obviously slowing down help you save fuel too, doesn't it, Tristan?
100%. That's why I have enough, is because of these cautions.
Well, bud, get ready to get back in place. Thanks for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, that's High Limit Motorsports driver Tristan Bruce, stage 1 winner here at the Glass Mechanic 150. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time to really break some glass as we come back to green. This is Glass Mechanic stage 2 at Iowa.
if LT Bruce can break some more. It looks like Kelly's around with, I'm not sure who, Wesley, but that was an early one.
Oh, there was contact. Man, the 95 Yingling car, Kelly's Toyota going around. But anybody out there, if you don't know what Yingling is, it's a very popular beer.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that. Thanks.
Yingling, yes, sir.
We don't have it in Australia, so I wouldn't know that.
Yingling. I want to say it's a light lager. I want to say it is. I think it's based out of Pennsylvania. I believe it is. Yeah.
Looks like the 19 got in there.
Yingling.
Wasn't it? 19 came
Justin,
in
you ever had a Yingling? You ever had a Yingling before?
Yes, believe it or not. They're only about $1.25 a beer, so they're not bad price
so it's
either.
like PBR, whatever it is, right? It's like that kind of like.
It's a light lager. It's a light lager. I can tell you that much. It's a low calorie, low carb light beer. I know that much.
It's good.
My late grandma, Papa Dot, she used to drink one when we were when I was a kid. I remember her drinking them. So
when you were drinking it when you were a kid, Wes?
No, not me, man. Hell no.
Oh, has that 19 just come straight up into the 95 there? You'd say.
I'm actually seeing this as a racing deal, to be honest with you. I see the 95 coming down and the 19 coming up a little bit. I see them both.
Okay, fair enough.
And then Cofield in the 47. Yeah, Cofield in the 47, nowhere to go.
I just see a real estate fight is all I see.
That's Matt Hudgens and Jonathan Cofield, who also got a piece of it against the 95 after there.
If you look at this, it looks like the 22 was maybe just caught him off a little bit for speed-wise. We can see that. The 22's
that's why I don't want to penalize anybody, because it looks like a racing deal. It looks like he speed checked for the 22.
Yeah.
95's coming down, 19's coming up.
Yep.
They're just fighting for the same real estate. This is racing, guys. That's
what I'm thinking. I think that the speed difference there caught the 19 off, so he's had to go wide to try to avoid him. Didn't completely realize that the 95's there, which is the case, obviously. And the
95's cutting down to try to make the corner. So here we are.
And remember, that was just under the second lap or something like that we actually had on the green.
Yes,
so
they're going hard.
Speed. Well, they are,
and they're going hard. So.
Right.
And you got a mixture of some of these guys as well, Dean and Justin, that some come to the pit lane, some did not. So you've got fresh tires, new sets of tires with old tires as well, and that changes the fire of when the cars take off on speed. Yes.
Oh boy. Correct. And like I said, sometimes my calls are not of the most popular opinion, but I look at it from a very neutral position. I'm not friends with anybody here.
At the end of the day, you got a job to do, right?
I got a job to do. They pay me to do this.
Yeah. You are a mercenary. A virtual world.
I mean, once the race control hat comes off, I'll be your friend. We'll buddy, we'll drink, we'll race, we'll have all kinds of fun. It's like a cop. I got friends that are cops all over. I've got several. I will not put them in a position when I see them. Hey, are you on duty? Okay, well then I can't talk to you right now, because I don't want to give them any reason for them to put their job at jeopardy for something I'm going to do that's stupid.
Speaking of cops, don't forget about the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series. Friday night, 9 Eastern. Yes, sir. Getting closer and closer to determining where the playoffs will be for that one. You can join Dean Hoffman, my buddy Tyler Ditmer. Not Tyler Ditmer. Yeah, it is Tyler Ditmer. As well as Jacob Reeves. I fill in when I can.
I'm not sure if we're going to have.
Of course, I got the cop scheme on my truck on Mondays.
Considering all the weather that's been around, and that
potential to be. Yeah, back underway here at Iowa. Yeah, I might have to be here Friday night as well, and I am available. Just throwing that out there to Cody. Sick Cody. I am available Friday night after basketball. So, and they're going to be in Chicagoland coming up this upcoming Friday. All-Star race winner Ryan Johnson. We're back underway. Justin, you try to run a couple of races when you can, though, don't you? I mean, you haven't been full-time this year.
No, not full time. Just dealing with a lot of personal stuff, trying to get the divorce handled. So I think I've got it under control though, and I can actually get back to racing.
I got you. Just a white Johnson doing this when he can. Hey, by the way, don't forget what Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez will be coming up next Tuesday. There was some confusion. Somebody messaged me and they were like, "Didn't y'all say Monday night that they were running?" I'm like, "Yeah, Jacob did, but he didn't realize it's a bi-weekly schedule team, and I know you know, but we're running every other week. We will be racing at Mexico this upcoming Tuesday night, and that should be really fun."
You know, Cody's sick as well too, because he actually messaged me listening the other day, and he says, "Oh, you ready for Tuesday or something like that?" And I'm like, "Next week, mate, isn't it?" So,
yes, next June. Yes,
yeah,
he sure did.
And I was like, "Cody, you got to get back to bed, mate. Get some rest."
I hope he feels better for sure. Sucks being sick.
It does. I want to add that Josh and Cody have done an amazing job getting that road series off the ground.
Yes, sir. Yeah, well, we come right out of the gate with it, and I know we were, a delayed broadcast last Friday night after the opener at the Roval. But, man, I enjoyed it. I think it was a fun time. This is the NASRA Cup Series Class Mechanic 150 here at the iRacing Iowa Speedway. 175 laps is the equivalent of 150 miles, and we're in Class Mechanic stage number 2, and Dean Burleson now starting to make a run into the top 10 of 5th.
Does he? On a pretty good job.
That's Albright, actually. Albright's car. My apologies, in the 49.
Yep.
And look at him diving down to the outside. Schumann's got company. There goes Mr. Donut Man from pre-race. Rodriguez now climbing into the top 10. Trying to. He's in 11th.
Yeah, I'd love to see some long green flag racing at the moment there, Wesley, so we can kind of get an idea what's going to happen to these tyres when they start chewing through them. That wall gets closer and closer, and that's Officer Suss that we're talking about just before. Goes down the inside apron. Maybe no caution because he hasn't gone around completely. I was just looking for his camera as well, too. He does have his camera on, but I can't find the button that I need for it.
Best creations they ever created, Justin and Dean, was that little inside pavement track, flat drag strip, if you will. A lot of, and I've seen it myself being at Iowa before for ARCA races and modifieds. Very safe indeed. I've seen guys leave their cars, and even in iRacing, we just saw Joshua Suss do it when he drove into the grass and was able to lock up the car and not hit the wall.
Yep, and that is on Mr. Suss, so he is a byproduct of his own, so there will be no caution, no penalty, because otherwise he'll get a EOL, and he'll appreciate me for letting that thing stay green.
Roger Diebold, middle, 3 wide. Budweiser, the battle of the beer cars, right? We got Kelly and Yingling, we got Budweiser for Diebold.
What's going on? We don't drink that.
Foster's, yeah.
Yeah.
Foster's, Australian for beer.
But we don't drink it in Australia. That's the thing, mate. Nobody in Australia drinks Foster's. If you quit drinking at Foster's in Australia, somebody goes, "Hey, where are you from?"
Foster's is like the Samuel Adams of America, I guess. Nice way of saying it. Yeah, Jim Croc. Yeah.
Goes double B, my friend. Remember?
Please remember to be 21 or older. Please drink responsibly as well.
Oh, you can be 18 or older if you're in the other parts of the world, of course. In Australia.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you can drink to 18 in Australia. In Europe as well.
Wow.
Just about anywhere else in the world apart from the States. You guys used to have an 18 for a bit. Actually, it was trialled, I think, in a couple of states years ago. Well, many years.
I would have to say, America, the only country where you can die, the only country you can die for at 18, but you can't smoke or drink for.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, crazy.
Although I do think it's quite good because Australians get into too many fights and they can't handle their booze when they're younger, so it's probably a good thing. Anyway, here comes the tiny horse. Now, he's making his way up to the field as well as Matt. Both of these drivers at the moment, guys, are some of the biggest gainers. We've got, there he is, Ryan Johnson's up 13, and Matty is up 21. So, second, third, but nobody's got an answer for T. Bruce at the moment here in stage 2.
I figured he would be a force to reckon with. He was last year at this racetrack with the Gen 6. He just has this thing hooked up and flying.
Under the assumption that Ryan Johnson probably took some tyres as well too when he was in pit road for about 30 seconds. So he's got some freshies, which is the reason why Ryan Johnson's got some traction to see the inside right now. T. Bruce might be for the first time under some serious threat here, not having a adventure down the pit road there, guys.
Yeah.
No, you're exactly right.
He took tires. He's the fastest on the track by 2 to 3 tenths every lap.
Here it is. Fastest 5 on the last lap. Better give it to...
by the way, don't forget, man, obviously, and Justin, I got to ask you this question, and we might have a new audience of viewers here listening on CRN or watching on the NASRA 360 Race Network, and they might, you know, they might want to be interested or know, but, you know, we mentioned Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 6, Gen 7, next gen. You know, what was the reason behind, instead of just having one car for the entire season, what was the reason behind doing this? Is Ryan Johnson, All-Star winner last week at Nashville, now battling with Bruce for the lead as they're side-by-side going into one.
Looks like Johnson.
He's not giving it up that easy.
Like
He's
going to
not
fight back
giving
on
it
the
up.
outside there.
Yeah.
Threw it in.
Oh, T. Bruce doesn't
Gets
want
the
to
jump on the inside. Johnson now, third on the all-time win list, tied with Matthew David Wood. Is now to the new lead. No, seriously though, Justin, what was the reason behind having the different kind of cars for the entire season, the way you've done it?
Sorry, I was taking a bite, and you have to ask that question again. So, the Cup Series actually originated from a group called we called our series Thunderclap. And
Thunderclap.
We would rotate between next gen or the Gen 6, the Xfinity car, and the truck, and that's how we would rotate. Well, when we finally decided to move over into the NASRA realm, NASRA already had an Xfinity series. They already had a truck series. They didn't have a next gen series. They didn't have a Cup series. So we decided that we were going to run the next gen. Well, the drivers said, no, we don't want to run that thing. That's a hunk of metal nobody wants to drive. And I'm like, well, you know what? Since it's called the Cup series, why don't we just throw it back and run the Gen 4, the Gen 6, and the next gen, and let's have a little bit of fun and kind of keep these cars towards the top of the fun list to race, and that's where it came from.
There you go. I mean, I like the idea, obviously, Dean, because it's the unknowns, right? It's just like the unknowns of the last pit stop info. There they are. Some people took tires. Other people didn't. Schumann, Ballesteros side by side there for a minute. Yeah. And look at Trevor Williams doing a little off-road recreation.
So just to note, what you see is what happens in a truck, in an Xfinity car. This track is not forgiving to no matter what type of car is on.
If you drive in the grass.
If you don't respect the track, it will put you in the grass on the front stretch.
I'll tell you what's impressive as well too is here Thomas Aaron. You know, he was involved in the first couple of cautions as well as the third caution as well too. No fault to his own, but the first one was the spin that you saw, and the second one was also a bit of contact. But he's made his way back up to P7 at the moment on the back hot heels there of the Double B Brandon Broadfoot. Still yet to make a. He has made a pit stop. Brandon Broadfoot hasn't made a pit stop, but that's pretty impressive from Thomas Aaron fighting his way back up.
Thomas Aaron took gas only. He is not taking tires.
All right, okay, that's true. So very good.
So he's cooled his tires off and he's driven it back to the almost to a top 5.
Yeah.
With 2 spins on those tires. Because you got to remember, Ryan Johnson took his 1 set of tires. He only has 1 set left for the rest of this race, and he has over half of the race left.
Yeah, but one guy that's pretty good, isn't it? The El Tony horse at managing tires is Ryan Johnson. He could do it. for sure. And you can imagine that
and this
once
is
T.
why-
Bruce takes his tyres later on, he's going to put some pressure. And don't count out Matt Holmes as well, too. He's been putting some fantastic drive in that. He's been doing some of the consecutive fastest laps as well, too. And that's a guy that's been on some old boots.
Correct. Yep. Like I said, this is why I like the tire strategy. You only get 3 sets. You got 2 laying and 1 on the car. You got 2 cautions, or at least 2 stages. So you've got to make your decision. You've got 100% fuel, which helps with the load balance on the car.
Oh boy.
But it all depends on, are you willing to risk it for the biscuit?
Risk it for the biscuit, indeed. By the way, we're under 100 laps to go. This is a track that I know it's 7/8 of a mile. It's a short track that drops like a super speedway, but they're knocking off laps quickly. And normally there's that stretch, Justin and Dean, of cautions and cautions and cautions. And then finally, we start to see a long, trending green flag run. I think we're at that trend now, Justin. I really think we are.
I think, knock on wood, I think we're going to get to this next stage with no more cautions, which is in roughly about 11 laps or so, and then we're going to set them free. And I honestly think that stage 3 is going to be a heck of a battle. You're going to see a lot of strategy mix. You're going to see a lot of guys on tires, no tires, half fuel, whatever it takes. You're going to see a mix of strategy. You're going to see a lot more side by side in this final stage 3.
10 to go in stage 2, Leslie.
And that's winding down, Dean. You're exactly right, man. As right now, your top 5, Johnson, Bruce, Holmes, Diebold, Richards, top 5, Aaron, Nichols, Broadfoot, Rodriguez, Albright, top 10, as well as everyone is calm, cool, collected now as we move into the final stretch of Glass Mechanic Stage 2. Here's that push to the 3rd and final stage. The race to the checkered flag, if you will.
I take that back. Ryan Johnson has not taken tires. He sat on pit road, went back and looked at it, fixed damage, and filled it up 51 laps ago. So he is on old boots, and he is running fast laps right now.
Yeah. By the way, 4 or 5 drivers so far. 6, my apologies. 6 drivers have not pitted yet. They include Tristan Bruce, stage 1 winner, who's in 2nd now behind Ryan Johnson, Matt Holmes, Roger Diebold, Brandon Broadfoot, Chase Albright, and Ben Scanlon. Those drivers haven't pitted yet, and they told, well, I mean, you heard what Tristan said. My plan is to stretch it out to the end of stage number 2, and then I'll pit.
Yeah,
he's doing that.
Like he can do, exactly. So he'll get himself a P2, I think, at this point, unless he can manage to slice that just shy of a second gap that Tiny Horse has. And remember Tiny Horse in that fuel situation that happened to Concerns of Police Survivors last week? In the dying stages of that race was interesting too, wasn't it? So the old cheese state there of Ryan Johnson. Here he is, the 6 to go. There's you can see there's also a back marker just ahead there of T. Bruce as well. So a little bit of a buffer as T. Bruce should make his way past. I think that's Joshua Suss in the number 80 at the moment there. Officer Suss, who had that little bit of a moment in infield, which didn't cause a caution, thankfully. So we get to see this fantastic green flag run. Hopefully, with 5 to go to the end of stage 2.
The time running out here. I'll tell you what, there was a little hiccups at the beginning of stage number 2, but a more better, driven stage 2 than stage 1 for these guys at Iowa, Justin.
Yep, correct. I just had to give a penalty to the 37 for a 3rd lane pit sequence, pitted from the 3rd lane. So now he's got a pit black flag stop and go. We don't allow that here. If you're going to pit, you better pit from the bottom, because if you pit from the 3rd lane, you're going to get penalized.
That's Raul Mesa, wasn't it?
Oh,
he just gave the black flag too. Yeah, but look at these two going for it, isn't it? Richards and Diebold. But it looks like Richardson backed off a little bit in his little shuffle that he was having with Roger Diebold. So we'll switch it over to the man in the lead, the man that knows how to win races, the man that knows how to win stage breaks as well too. Himself and T. Bruce, but looks like the Tiny Horse will get the upper hand here on our stage 2 presented by the Glass Mechanic. And then
hit the halfway point.
Yeah, and then of course Wesley and Justin, we're going to get ready for the big final showdown, isn't it, in that stage 3 that you said where it's really going to start to happen on the strategy call for these drivers.
I think
you're
it's going to
exactly
be
right.
very interesting. I think it's going to be a heck of a race. You're going to see guys who push hard, pit, or you're going to see guys who kind of save and split it in the middle. What are you going to do? Are you going to save and push it as far as you can? Or are you going to push hard and then pit? Or are you going to split it right down the middle? I think you're going to see all three strategies happen.
Well, here comes Johnson down to the line, and he will win stage number 2. Caution will come out now at the end of stage number 2. Ryan Johnson, driver of the number 38, as we now push into the third and final stage of this race.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
There it is. Yep.
And there's the yellow flag. Yep, a little late on the caution, but there it is. This caution will be displayed, and Ryan Johnson will accumulate another stage win. Third on the all-time win list, by the way, tied with Matthew David Wood. Actually, correction now. My apologies. Ryan Johnson is now third on the all-time list. He's now bypassed Matthew David Wood. He now has 43 career wins. By the way, Keith Bradley with 49. And another driver that we think about is Raul Meza, Mr. 500. He is getting closer than you think, guys. Career start 498 tonight. He's already out of the race, but he did get credited for his 498 start.
Yeah, you expect everybody to come down pit road right now because they haven't had a chance really in the stage 2 because we've essentially almost gone caution free. We had a few at the very start of it, but most of it's been green flag running, which is what we see. So it's going to be a battle out of pit road here, but you expect most of these drivers, if not all of them, they're going to go up on the jacks there, Wes. Of course, it could be the final time this evening that they're going to be in pit road. So, of course, you want to take some full freshies, as Wesley would say. I mean, Jacob would say. And who gets out first? Looks like Tiny Horse might get out there ahead as he goes all the way around past everybody. And, well, T. Bruce will jump him. T. Bruce will take the lead of the race.
Kristen Bruce back up in front again, if you will, at the end of stage number 2, presented by Glass Mechanic. We'll bring in, here at the Glass Mechanic 150, Ryan Johnson. Was Ryan? Yeah. We'll bring in Ryan and get his thoughts on the subject. Third stage coming up. Blue Lights Racing driver. Let's bring in Ryan real quickly before we go back to green and hear his thoughts on the subject. As Ryan, always great catching up with you, Cheesehead. Another stage win, man. Good run here. How's the car going?
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, man, I love this track. Had a terrible qualifying run. I got home late. Didn't have any practice, so I just kind of spent those first, 20 laps or so just getting accustomed to the track, and I know what groove I like to run and try to make it work. So, I mean, that final long run there, that was a lot of fun. I just kind of put my head down and tried to get to the front to see if I could do it. So that was pretty cool.
Ryan, you caught that. You started catching T. Bruce pretty quickly. We were under the assumption that you took tyres, but the good old Justin White went back and had a look at it. You didn't take tyres at all, did you? Until now. So
no, sir.
That was just pure pace
was the first
and a great battle that you had with T. Bruce to take the lead of the race and the stage as well. But T. Bruce looks like he got you just out of pit lane at the moment, mate. So, but you're in a prime position, aren't you, to go ahead and win this race?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, being up at the front helps a lot. Not having so many cars to pass. But yeah, it was fun battling with them. Hopefully we'll have another good one, I'm sure, in the third stage now.
Well, thanks for your time, Ryan. Always pleasure, sir. Good luck the rest of the way. Maybe we'll talk to you in Victory Lane coming up. Go get them.
Appreciate it, guys.
At third and final stage around the corner, and that is the driver with the Blue Lights Racing team, Ryan Johnson. All right, let's get ready to settle up a restart for you as the field will look for green next time by. Bruce Johnson on the front row after pit stops. Neibold Holmes, Aaron Richards, row number 3. Row 4, Nichols and Rodriguez. Ballesteros and Broadfoot. And Justin, as they come back inside the restart zone, back to green, I got a feeling this is the push to the finish right here where they need to go.
I agree. All of them took tires, so here's the strategy. split it in half, push hard, or stretch it out. I think a few of these guys are going to push hard real quick and then kind of let everybody else chase them down.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Dean. I don't see any reason why they need to come back down to the pit lane.
No.
This is the push for the finish right here, brother.
Yeah, especially if it's green flag, you're going to lose too much time heading down the pit road by yourself. And there's that caution at the moment. I was about to say cautions breed cautions, don't they? Just expecting that something was probably going to happen. It looks like back about Ben Scanlon here, my friend, at the moment, and you can see maybe a little bit of damage at the front.
He just lost it. He was cold tires, old track, just lost it.
Scanlon going around on his own.
Looks like the 58 just happens to be caught up in everything tonight. Man, that Cofield is probably he is not having a good night.
Justin, Cofield struggled since he's come back for the new year.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he really hasn't had the and we call it the NASRA Champions Curse, right? So many guys win the championship, and Dean, we discussed this, me and Jacob talk about it, where, they win the championship, and then they just don't have, and obviously Jeff Burke is the defending champion, but I know he told us the other night he's going to pop in when he can. But, he's the Monday DSR champion. But normally, Jacob, me and Dean, we've talked about it, Jacob, Dean, and it's the NASRA curse, right? You win the championship, and then it seems like you go into this slump, and it does seem like Jonathan Cofield has been through this lately, for sure. Man.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, isn't it? Because Cofield, he's got some serious pace. There's no doubt about it. Cofield knows how to win races. He knows how to win.
Maybe it's because he roots for Auburn.
Oh, here we go. So it's going to get football involved in this one, isn't it? Well, he is maybe out of the car at the moment too, because he went down to pit road. He might have retired that one. I hope not. Is Mr. Mustache himself at some point with a mustache?
Yep, he just retired.
Yeah, it looks like Anthony's actually out of the car as well too. I was going to just have a look at Mr. Mustache, but unfortunately we don't have him there on the camera, so maybe another couple of retirements and a few other drivers down there in pit road as well too. But, well, is this going to be another situation where T. Bruce is going to get this advantage on these cautions with 77 laps to go?
Oh, no. One thing we know for certain is it is going to be exciting as we close the end of the finish of this one and head about another lap to lap 100 as well.
You're listening to the CRN Community Radio Network. We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
So glad you are joining us on this, of course, Wednesday night. The push to the final races of the regular season before the run to the playoffs. If you want to, Mr. Engineer Dean, color man.
Oh, yes,
Dean Hopton, Justin White, I'm Wesley Outland. There's the schedule.
I was just
we'll put it up on the screen for you. Yeah, go ahead.
Carson Hodge out there was asking, how can he join? I've just posted a link as well to the Discord. So if you do happen to join there, have a chat to a man called Justin White there, and he'll get you involved perhaps in the new season to come as well too for the NASRA Cup Series. But there's the schedule.
Hey, you can join this season if you want to. I turn nobody away.
There you go, Carson. So
just don't cause me any problems, and we'll be fine. Just come out here.
You got to put a yellow stripe on the back of your car, right, Justin? The rookie stripe.
I'm gonna give you a whole yellow car. We'll know you're a rookie.
Oh wow! There's the schedule, by the way. Past Iowa tonight. I need to be John Madden. You're right there, boom. Right there. You see it right there. We got Iowa. We got Kentucky next week. No, Kentucky in the Gen 4 car, next Gen Cup car. I'm getting Daytona poop, man. I'm telling you. We run Daytona, Talladega, Daytona. Oh, I love the Super Speedway racing.
On that schedule, Daytona, where it's up there, it says the 24th is actually the Daytona Road Course. We are not going to the Super Speedway.
Wow.
Well, now we're happy.
To the Daytona Road Course.
Yeah, we're happy with that one. Thank you.
Okay. Man, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. Back underway, green flag. Under 75 to go here at Iowa as we take the green with Tristan North, stage 1 winner, back out in front.
getting a little antsy at the back here around Ryan Johnson, Matt Holmes, and Thomas Aaron. But hopefully they get up to full speed here, get the temperature into those boots, and make them for walking, as they say. We don't want to walk all over you.
These boots are made for walking.
Mentioning the 24, I got a phone pick with Mr. Roger Diebold and Ryan Johnson, who did not invite me to race the 24 hours at Daytona with them.
Oh, wow.
I had to do it as a two-man squad, and those two guys ended up winning the dang thing. So
Ring the bell, Wesley.
Just wanted to shout out to them actually winning the sucker, but I'm a little tipped at them.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. We got beef.
Justin White has beef.
That's all I can do. I don't have the bail. I don't have it when Mr. Jacobs got to be here. Ding, 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 ding. We got beef.
Roger Diebold, you see this?
Oh boy.
I reckon you give him a black flag and put him through a drive-through then, if you want there, Justin White.
I might not let him win the thing. I might black flag him here in a minute. Just kidding.
Oh, you should invite Justin White for the next Daytona endurance race.
The grayish color, is that just me, guys, or does that look like a grayish Budweiser color, right?
He admitted to it. It's screwed up. He's got the wrong spec layer laid on top of it, so I think he's trying to look like a ghost car. I think
look like a ghost car.
Yep. He's battling hard here. He is trying to put that number 19 up front, and Tristan Bruce will not allow it right now, and it is a heck of a battle right now.
Yeah, T. Bruce will not give up that position easily. I mean, you see him
look at him fighting that car as well.
Fighting for Ryan Johnson for the position as well to give it up. So,
they almost leaned on each other right there.
Yeah.
Yellow flag is out.
There's a caution.
Yeah, they got into one another, and they save it, but we got a caution. Oh, my goodness. Brandon New, Mongold, Bo Tiffany, Kevin Edwards, and others tangled up against the fence in the diamond of 1 and 2, and another caution. All right, pace car, you can roll. Man.
Stuck over there. I think that's... Yeah, we'll go back and have a look up.
I think that's Kevin Edwards, the 7, the Daytona winner. Mongold pulls away. Here's a replay.
I think it's up the road, if I'm not mistaken. I think
we'll look at it.
Gets into it after it happens here. There it is. Bo Tiffany, I think, was involved. Whoa!
Oh, Edwards up and over. Upside down. Wow, this is going to be a fun replay.
Bo Tiffany here, there. So that's sus into Tiffany, and then Edwards is going to be on for a ride. Up on his lid, into the fence, bang, for the Ruthless Racing entrance, and there you go. Lucky that this is only virtual racing, like anything, and not too much else that the number 2 could do, and Buzzy as well. But let's have a look at Kidwood Edwards. Hide your kids.
It's going to be fun.
What do you do with the steering at that point there, Justin? When you're on your lid, you're like, it's not going to do too much when the wheels aren't contacting. You just sit there in the roller coaster and hold on to your seatbelt and make sure that you're strapped in tight.
I've done it a few times. I did it once in VR. VR was returned the next day. I will never do that again. It is a heck of a ride, and it'll send your head spinning for days. Just hold on and pray.
At least you get a bit of
somebody
TV time.
Earlier. Yeah. Look at watch this. Look at. Here's another guy. Here's another guy, Justin, that he did well at Daytona, won Daytona. Club close to winning Talladega a couple of weeks ago. And other than that, it's just been survival for Edwards and the Ruthless Racing team, if you will.
Yep, and that's kind of why, and it's nothing against the Ruthless Racing team or the 7 or anything.
No.
It's kind of a reason why I want to do away with the winning you're in. It takes that level of pressure off of you, and it puts it more on, okay, I've got to be safe, I've got to be smart, I got to win, I got those extra 15, 20, 30 points, but I have got to be able to preserve those extra 15, 20, 30 points, whatever that is, and just race hard and race smooth and race consistently to finish where I need to finish so I can be in the playoff. or be in the chase. This winning you're in, I think adds a lot of this. Well, I win. Forget it. I'm going for it. I ain't got nothing to lose. Well, yeah, you do. You end up technically taking a lot of these people that are racing points wise out.
Yeah, I think you're dead on that as well. And mind you, these final races, you saw the schedule a few minutes ago, and these final races that are on the schedule, like tonight here, obviously in Iowa, Kentucky next week, that's a 1.5 mile racetrack. A 1.5 mile at Chicagoland. And then we've been informed that the next-gen car are not running the Daytona International Speedway. They're running the road course, like what you saw in the 24 hours of Daytona with IMSA last week at the World Center of Racing. So that's just going to make it even more cool. And Dean, I know you're looking more excited to that race in 2 weeks because you just like road course racing. And speaking of road course racing, shout out to our buddy Joshua Suss, Prosper Engineering Endurance Series Round 2, Autodromo, Jimenez, Rodriguez, Mexico, next Tuesday night. Check it out. Andre Arriba.
Muy rápido. Absolutely. It'll be muy caliente as well too, hopefully as well, my friend. But looking forward to it, absolutely, Wes. I just like cars going right as well. There's more. The steering wheel does go right. It's not just left. Just remember
anything but a NASCAR vehicle on the road course is an excellent. GTP, GT3, put it.
He loves them going left
I'll drive a GTP until my fingers bleed before I put a NASCAR vehicle on a road course.
3 wide, my friend. At the back here with Randy Nichols there, Robert Richards there,
So you're saying we'll never see the NASRA Cup Series at Autodromo Jimenez Rodriguez?
No, we will not. Nope, not unless we put it into a GTP or GT3.
I'll sponsor a race if you take it to Bathurst, all right? Vegemite, sponsored by Vegemite. If we go to Bathurst.
Okay. Ooh, Vegemite. More power to you.
Bathurst Vegemite 500. Look at this, 3 wide! 3 wide in the middle!
Don't you get interested in this
baby, Richardson, yes, sir! That was Robert Richards, guys, in the 48 Ally car. Bowman's colors. They could have got chaotic.
Roger Donald is running super fast lap times right now. I think he probably needs to back it down a little bit and maintain the gap that he has to Tristan, because otherwise I think Tristan is going to lay down these consistent laps, and you've also got Johnny Horse back there who knows how to apply the pressure when it comes time. I have a feeling that we're going to see Roger pay the price if he doesn't start managing his tires and managing that gap back to second.
Hot zone is basically at the moment. If you had a little heat map thing, you had one of those heat infrared cameras, this would be the bright orange or red, I think, if you're looking at the track. Have you guys ever seen it? They used to have it in Formula 1 too, where they used to actually show you the heat of the tires as well too. I'm not sure if you've ever had that in NASCAR.
Nope, we just a guess.
Oh, they had infrared camera to show you how hot the parts of the tires and how hot they are and all that sort of stuff.
They did do that for an all-star race once. It was quite interesting though. They didn't do it for any other races though. It was definitely interesting when they came down pit road. You could see where the pressure of the tire was. It was on the inside mostly.
They stopped doing it in Formula 1 because all the teams were getting information from the other teams. When they TV time the camera and they'd radio, because they use every possible advantage that they can, and they go, oh, look at that tire's blistering in this team, and it would give them, power slide out of the corner there, into the fence was T. Williams, and survives. But how damaged is that car, Wes?
And that was scary.
Way
up by Williams' car. Look at the way he's turning the wheel at 45 degrees, and there's the... Finally, you see the orange line as he's on the below the line there. So a problem for Trevor Williams in the 17 Chevrolet coming down to the pit lane, and he'll box as Dean calls it.
If he could get
By the way, Roger Diebold in the lead. Diebold had career start 150 at Daytona Monday night of the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series, and currently the two-time winner of NASRA is leading this race. As we close in on 50 to go here, Justin.
Yep, 50, get down to 50 to go, and we're going to see a lot of the cream rise to the top here, and we're going to see a lot of the guys who burn their stuff up come
cream rise to the top. Yeah, brother.
I think he's taking your message as well, too. He has backed off. You can see there's your fastest five in the last 5 laps. And you can see Roger Diabol's not in that list. So there he is, just peaked on that P5 and hovering around where Josh Rodriguez is. So he's not up at the pace there with Drew is, Robert Reed, and Broadfoot. So he's backing off a little bit, my friend. Probably conserve those tires.
Yeah, he needs to. He needs to conserve them, cool them off a little bit, and wait for that charge from the 23 because he knows it's coming. He knows Tristan will push and will try to pass. I mean, you see Tiny Horse back there. He is literally hugging. He's a bottom feeder. He is hugging the bottom of the track. Oh, Randy's going to be he wrecked his teammate. There's a caution.
Johnson, Nichols, up high, up against the fence. Ballesteros to miss it. Caution is out.
She's busted too. You can see the whole wheeling.
Multi-time winner. Look at the front wheel locked up on the left front. Wow, it is big time in trouble.
Yeah, he can't.
It's like it's hooked up under the undercarriage of the car. He can't turn this thing, and he's just causing more and more damage to the number 69 Centos entry. Look at it bouncing off the safer barrier.
The tarmac.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no fast repair in this series, right, Justin? He's going to have to go on the damage clock.
No cheat code.
No
cheat codes.
No fast repair, and they can, they can fix it if iRacing will let them. But I just see that as racing. That's just
accident.
Hard racing right there.
Yeah,
Johnson tagged in the left rear. Ballesteros T-bones him. Look at right through the middle goes the 48. And there goes Ryan Johnson. We're going to go on board with Ryan Johnson for a replay. This should be interesting to see what this looks like.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if that's going to be.
Wow.
I wouldn't count out Ryan Johnson ever out of a race, but certainly would have got some damage from that. Just an innocent party, you see. He's back
he
here.
pancaked the left front.
He had nowhere to go on this one. He's just going around the outside and then boom.
Aaron's car, I think he did. Wow, look at this. Oh, Billy!
Yeah.
Bam!
Unfortunately, it's not like a Daytona runoff area in the infield, is it? You've got nowhere to go. And that comes up pretty quickly. So who would you put that one on?
Racing deal. I don't give it to anybody. I think that's just two guys racing hard, and they ended up. I don't see anybody diving in there too deep, or I just see two guys going for the same real estate.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to fight for real estate. It's called commercials, and we are going to step away and thank them as you look at the accident one more time. Oh, how badly damaged is Johnson and the machine of Nichols. We'll step away and take a break, closing in on the finish of this one as we have less than 50 laps to go here at Iowa. Stay with us. Back here at the Iowa Speedway, we're talking tires. What are you thinking, Justin? When do you come in? When do you not? Do you take tires now? Will we see another caution, or do you think we'll see another caution before this one ends and they're saving?
I think if you're the leader, you're a sit and duck. You whatever you do, they're going to do the opposite of. But if you're the leader and you come down, you had better put the gas on and apply the pressure, because those guys up there are going to be guarding that track all for making their bumpers super wide, not letting you around, trying to keep you from building that momentum. I honestly, if I'm in the top 5, I'm not pitting. I'm not pitting again. I'm staying out, and I'm risking it.
And there's your wrench wranglers list at the moment of those repairs with JJ. Some of these drivers are retired as well too, but you can see the damage block. No
69 Randy Nichols just retired. Yep.
So we would expect that. There's not too much they can do coming back on this one, unless of course you just had a magnitude of cautions, and if you did, you're going to have Justin White, where Barney is at the moment, waving his fists, clenching his fist at the drivers. Let's go green.
Underway, green flag, shootout time. Here with under 50 to go with the Ghost Machine back out in front.
Oh, into the fence.
You've heard what?
That's Thomas.
Hard into the wall is Thomas Aaron. Okay, Justin, I know you're the race director. This guy, how many cautions has he been in or been involved in or close in or calls on his own? I think it's about time to tell the guy to go to the back or go home. Seriously.
I think he's damaged.
I think he just took himself out anyway, right? I think he just eliminated himself from the equation.
He's got a meatball, so he's going to be in pit road at the moment. Bruce takes the lead from Roger, and you were calling this one at the moment there, Justin, weren't you? You said it was only a matter of time before the Pookie Jr. gets on board there and takes the lead of this race, and he's just stolen away from Roger.
But listen, they all pitted at lap 92. Brandon New, lap 108. He's in ninth. 100 up 12 spots. Lap 125. Ryan Johnson, Burleson, the other drivers had pitted. So here we go. There's the strategy. Can they climb? We know, Justin and Dean, when you take on new tires, your car is going to be quicker than the guy with the used tires, but it's going to take a couple of laps though, Justin, to get those tires warmed up or fired to get to the front.
Yes, yeah, that's the key. You can't take them too late because it's going to take 5, 6, 7 laps to get them warm, and you need green flag racing. At this point in the race, if I'm in the top 5, I'm not pitting. I will not come back down pit road. I will stay out and let everybody do whatever they're going to do behind me, because this seems to be a multi-groove racetrack, but it seems like the high groove is going to be the payoff, because that's where you hold the momentum, especially on old tires. Look at Robbie Richards here. I mean, he is absolutely battling right here for a top 3 right now. And he's only a part-time guy.
Oh, he might almost get
hard.
into Diebold as well, too, at the speed that Double R has at the moment. You're right.
He's diving in the corners deep, hoping it'll stick, hoping he can get around Roger.
Trying to find the upper hand, if you will, down on the inside. Richards is. Can't get him though.
No, this is what I'm talking about. Those older tires, that high lane, and you can't get around them. So even if you run the bottom, you just cannot get the run off the corner, and the high lane is going to pay off.
Well, also Joshua gets past Matty as well too, gets himself up 12 places. Big gainers too between these drivers as well too. They're in the big gainers list. We will go up to that Robert Richards and Diebold battle as Rich down the inside.
40 to go. 40 to go. There's the Budweiser Ghost car, Diebold, battling now with the 48 of Richards. Robert Richards got lucky the last go around, missing the most previous caution. By the way, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell. Keep up with all the great coverage. Don't forget, we're going to Chicagoland Friday night, NASRA C.O.P.S Truck Series. Playoffs. Monday night for the NASRA DSR trucks. We're going to Autodromo Hermanas Rodriguez Prosper Engineering Series, and again Kentucky next Wednesday night for C.O.P.S and for the Cup Series. Justin, you were saying?
I was just noting the 95 is laps down, but he took tires that last run, and watch him drive around these guys like they are sitting still on the high side with new tires.
Who was it you were saying, sir?
The 95. He's going to actually make it through. Oh, nope, he decided to back off. Watch him. He's got freshies, and that's that. Look, we'll watch him drive around these guys.
Landon
Both
Kelly.
of them. Same corner.
Yeah, here he is.
Yep.
Landon Kelly, the Yingling car, up high, the Toyota 95.
And he's laps down, but he's not in the running, but watch him drive to the front on fresh tires.
Yeah, him and Chase Albright, the fastest lap in the last lap as well, too. The 23 club between those drivers, 23.7, 23, as you can see, 0.74. He's just using that high side, just using that momentum, isn't he? Is he driving around the two
and using
cars?
up all of his tires. He's using up all of his tires just to run to the front. Even though he's laps down, that shows you how much tires can pay off here.
Yeah, fastest man, last 5 laps. But got a bit of work to do in P20.
You do, and here's the question. If you take him, you're going to drop to the back. So are you willing to navigate that hornet's nest to the front?
We should just drive around.
I think we have another caution. You're going to see. It's going to get really interesting.
He's coming up to leaders right now as well too. So there it is, using up against the fence. There's the 19. You can see of Roger Diebold. There's Robert Richards attacking T. Bruce up the road. So that's going to be very interesting. It makes it easier for me to do the cameras as well too, because I can keep the idea of this battle here, and we can keep an idea of him crawling up to these two pretty quickly.
Again. I think Roger run the goodie out of his tires, and he's paying the price now. And Robbie Richards just absolutely is charging hard with his Gen 6 car and challenging T. Bruce for the lead right now.
Have a look at him in the background there, but you can see he's going to be approaching these guys pretty quickly, isn't it? It's going to be like
he might mix it up.
Right, yeah.
He might mix it up a little bit.
Trying to shake it up, if you will. Shake it up.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture there, Wes. The younger audience, if you don't know what a Polaroid picture is, just look it up. They're probably like, what is it?
Or just, look up Outcast.
No, not the song, but actually physically what a Polaroid picture is. You don't have to know. You don't just click and see it on the screen. No, didn't work that way back in the 80s and 90s.
Watch the 95 watch that momentum from the 95 he gains. Man, he'd been up here battling hard right now for the lead.
And these drivers like Robert Richards isn't going to just say, okay, there's no point in him battling and trying to defend it, isn't it? Because remember, he's a lap down, essentially, so he's just trying to get back onto the lead lap.
Yeah, he's just trying. He's several laps down. He's just trying to do what he can.
There's no point in fighting it, isn't it? And burning your own tires up with some driver that's you aren't considering.
Get in behind him and save.
Yeah.
You can.
Essentially, it'd be an opportunity for Richards at the moment, isn't it? He's going to seize that
my question,
and keep an eye on Chase.
My question is this, Justin and Dean: if you are saving, when do you go? And are you hurting your car more?
Look at the 49 charge.
Yeah.
Watch him charge to the front.
Good run for Albright, by the way.
Yeah. Because look at the pit stop strategies as well, too. He's got the freshies on. He's only done 20 laps on these tires. The other drivers have done 53 laps. So Chase Albright's looking in the best position here in this race. If we continue to go green to the end of it and they don't take pit stops, he only has to handle shy of 30 laps. He's going to have the grip when he needs it, right?
But he needs to get to the front now. He cannot wait for the tires to kind of equalize out, and then he will be in trouble.
There is lap cars as the pickup ahead. Is that Kelly, the Yingling car? It is.
Yes, it is. Yep.
It is.
As Bruce is overtaking him. Look at the battle now for Richards and Albright battling for second now behind them going into one.
I think you're right, aren't you, Justin? Now's the time to attack, isn't it? You don't want to wait too long for those tires to kind of neutralize themselves.
They'll equalize. They'll equalize, and you will be in trouble. Chase needs to capitalize right now.
All right, Chase, you got the call from the principal. Down to you. He said basically come to the principal's office and hurry up as quickly as possible. You want to win this race.
Yes, he needs to go to the lead and go to the lead right now, because in every lap he wastes behind Robbie Richards, T. Bruce keeps just driving away.
Tuning in.
There's his chance right there. He took the outside lane on Robbie.
Gonna go around the outside, isn't he?
Made that move on the bottom. Here he comes. A shower of sparks from both cars as they bottom out of the corner. And look at Richards' power alongside. Albright's not done though. Dean is to go to 3.
No, he's got to trust in that grip he has. Remember, he's got the fresher boots
he does,
there.
and he'll shoot out there. Now he's got to set his sights on T. Bruce, and hopefully he can pressure T. Bruce enough to cause T. Bruce to make a mistake, just like Robbie did, and power away on the outside.
But you can see currently the moment fastest 5 laps there, apart from that Kelly.
Bruce is gone.
It's T. Bruce still consecutively. Oh, look at that. Robert Richards comes back through. This is not what he wants, isn't it?
No.
Crossover,
he made a mistake. Oh, and then Robbie gets loose coming out of 4.
Wow, up high. Richards up in the marbles. Here comes now. Richards up high. Albright back down low. And well, this goes on. Rodriguez is closing into the 6-4.
That's true, isn't it? Another one that's got fresh up. No, he's actually got pretty warm boots here. This is hurting Chase big time. I think this might be the situation you were talking about there, Justin, where the tyres are basically neglected itself, that the fresh rubber isn't really paying off for him anymore. Should be having a lot more traction out there, but as you can see, Josh Rodriguez, another one of those drivers that's been out there in some warm boots for some time, is catching.
He is, because he's not burning his tires up where he's battling. You know, he's able to run consistent, same where he wants to put the car, lap after lap after lap. These two have been crossing over, high, low, up, down. They put a lot of heat in their tires, and it's just he's running out of time. He's running out, and then watch him drop. Now he's going to start dropping.
Oh,
and there's your caution right there.
It's going to change everything
saved
right now.
by the yellow flag. Caution out. Another Serve Pro caution here as we are closing in on 20 to go. And I think it's Edwards again with a problem, and he's on the pit lane, though.
Unless that's Sausage.
Or is it Joshua Suss? Yeah, the Joshua Suss car. Brandon Schumann and Joshua Suss in an accident. Here's a replay. 52 Schumann. Would you be a Dr. Pepper too?
Oh.
What's this? Oh, man, Joshua Suss. Most recent winner of NASRA just got turned.
That's after the fact of Josh Susscam that we had. And that's an interesting one to look at, of course. We'll go back and have a look at another one from our chopper cam. So there he is all by himself. Then all of a sudden you're going to see a car appear pretty quickly, and bang. That's what happens when you don't drink Coca-Cola and you drink Dr. Pepper.
What happens, man? That's what happens.
Very lucky.
That's what happens, man. That's what happens.
The 54, I think they went past as well, too. So that's the incident. And guess what? As to be expected, all drivers went down to pit road except Chase. Chase, he stayed out because he could. Remember? He had
I figured we would see that. Yeah, I figured we would see that.
Yeah. So, and it will also
by the way, Joshua Suss,
Kelly to come back out, save a lap.
Joshua Suss finally broke through into victory lane in his 190th career start of NASRA Monday night, and he won the race, of course, at Daytona.
This is going to be very, very, very interesting now, isn't it? Because you can see T. Bruce just took freshies. I don't know if he just took 2 tires, but at least took some tires. And remember, Chase is out.
Bruce, Richards, Rodriguez, Johnson, Holmes, Broadfoot, Harden, Ballesteros, Schumann, New, all took tires.
Yeah, so poor Chase. It's going to be a bit of trouble, isn't he? With 20 to go.
Yep, he is a sitting duck.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I think Cody, I know you're sick, Cody, Brady, somebody has updated the NASRA stats twice on SimRacer Hub, and it is showing Joshua Suss as a 2-time winner, but he's not a 2-time winner. He's being showed as a winner twice at Daytona. I don't know if people realize that or not, but he won his first career win at Daytona in the DSR Trucks playoffs on Monday night. There's a look at the remaining schedule. Kentucky, Daytona road course. When they emphasize that, it's Daytona road course. Justin, I got to ask you, dude, what's your thought of NASCAR pulling the Roval at Charlotte? No more Roval.
Thank you. Prayers have been answered.
I'm going to have beef.
No, listen, and here it is, and I think this because, you know, Dean, you know, I showed you pictures of me working NASCAR at the Roval, the first practice days and stuff, and I'll say this, when they were doing the R&D testing back in 2018 and everything, I think the Roval's run its course.
Oh, no. Was it this one?
No, that was my first ever announcing picture. Yeah. It was the one with me with the cameraman up on the top of the big
Justin, a young Wesley there. Right there, all right.
Wow, yeah, that was me at 13 years old, man. God Almighty, look at my hair. I look like Beekman's World.
And he got the pen. Remember the pen? He did notice that the pen's already around in his pocket there as well.
I guess I left the pen open or something.
All right, we're coming back to green here. Let's see if Chase Albright can actually hold these guys off and take the win. I don't have
How
a lot
many
of
laps
here.
could he get up to temperature here and survive before these freshies
2 or 3. He's going to be overtaken pretty quick. I don't think he'll make it back to the start finish line before he gets overtaken, to be honest with you. Especially on that outside lane with those freshies. Yeah. There it is, right there. He's going to struggle. And the
cautions could help him right now, couldn't they? But we'll see.
Oh yeah. Nope. Too late.
Yep.
Under the caution, we were at the end of the we're at the Premier Racing setups, 20 to go, so we'll go double box for just a moment as we are under 20 to go, but we're going to thank them as there goes Rodriguez on the inside, cars bouncing off the wall. Thanks again to Premier Racing Setups. Mention them in your checkout all the time. 15% off your order. 15% goes back in NASRA's pocket. And look at this now. Brandon Broadfoot. Oh, boy, it's got crazy now. 4 wide coming out of turn 4 there. Dustin, oh, my.
Oh, they're going to be careful.
Chase is on old tires, and he is, like I told you, he's a sitting duck. He's dropped from the lead
to
out of the top 10.
Wow. Look at Brandon New, like right up the middle, but, I mean, he just says, excuse me, coming through. Shades of virtual Ricky Bobby there for the number 2.
And we got
it's Richards. Oh, it's Robert Richards. He spins on the bottom of the apron. Caution's out. No, there it is. Caution is out. Oh, I thought for a second there he was going to stay in the inside of the apron and not draw a caution, but he did. Oh, man. Robert Richards.
Oh, he's lost it on his own.
Robert Richards.
Yeah. Thankfully, he's managed to keep it in the inside apron and not come back up on the outside field there. That would have collected a ton of cars. Unfortunately for Double R, he will...
yeah, Robbie is a very respectful driver. You could see where he whipped it around and just blocked her down on the inside.
You should give like bonus, some sort of like maybe bonus points and stuff like that at the end of the season there for drivers that actually have smart IQ for avoiding potential, creating accidents and stuff like that if they make a mistake.
Smart move of the race, smart move of the season. Look at this. Wow. Yeah. Robert Richards, by the way, 3rd on the all-time list of starters. Career start number 460 tonight for the driver of Robert Richards. Adam Newton, by the way, is on the road to 500. He has his 495 starts, but I don't think Adam Newton is here tonight. I haven't seen Adam Newton here tonight. So he will not be credited for a start. But the road to Mr. NASRA 500, Raul Meza, another bad night for him. Multiple laps down. I think he's out of the race, but tonight is career start 498 for Raul Meza from Chico, California. Go ahead, Justin.
How many starts do I have, Wes? That's a very good question.
For Justin White, hang on, stand by. I'll tell you real quickly.
I'm very curious.
Into my Rolodex. For Justin White.
Mr. Mustache, Mr. Anthony Harden. There he is.
Yeah. Look, he's done good tonight.
Yeah, he's always got a smile on his face, doesn't he? Remember, he had a bit of a moment earlier as well, too. I think he was involved in some of those wrecks, so he's managed to fight his way back up. He was, remember, involved in that big wreck back on lap 26. So he's managed to crawl his way back up. He's currently in P6 at the moment, too, for the John Deere.
So Justin White, our series director of the NASRA Cup Series 2018, and myself in the booth, he has 345 career starts with NASRA. He's 8 career wins, 64 top 5s, and 148 top 10s. There's your stats. There you go.
Plus, I'm going to count my race control, race director races, so you can count another 44 races on top of that for season 1 and season 2.
What's my stats up there? How many career wins and career starts have I had?
For producing, directing, I mean, I guess we got the same number.
I've led more laps than all of you guys put together, considering I do usually 3 broadcasts a day, so if you count that into play.
Yeah, this is true.
Although I've never driven a lap in iRacing, neither has Wesley. So we take the record.
You're going to be back.
We take the record for the most amount of hours spent on iRacing without driving a single lap. There you go. That should be Guinness Book of Records, Wesley.
Yeah. Yeah, what was it, a few weeks away, Dean, and we'll be working together at Australia again, Australian NASCAR.
Yeah, next month that starts up.
A couple of weeks, yeah. I think it's the day of the Daytona 500. That Sunday morning, we'd have the Australian
Daytona again.
Australian 500. Yeah, I know. Daytona pooped. Getting pooped out with Daytona, Talladega, Super Speedway. No, I love the Super Speedway racing. I really do. All right, let's try this as we'll get ready to go for a restart.
Holding belts tight.
I think it's just going to get more crazy. I think it's going to get more crazy.
Grip that wheel super tight and hit the loud pedal. And try to run to the front without running anybody over. That's the whole thing I got.
Chandler Smith says, let's go T. Bruce, Tristan Bruce. Stage 1 winner. Stage 2 winner, by the way. Methodically right there as well. All right, let's get ready to try this again. Oh, and by the way, don't count out guys like Rodriguez or Ballesteros or Broadfoot, Hard. They've been quietly in the back of the top 10. Pace car on to the pit lane. Closing in on the finish of this one with 9 laps to go here at Iowa. It's shootout time, and we're in single digits.
Bruce for a heck of a restart right there. Caught Matt Holmes. Matt Holmes sleeping. Ryan Johnson sleeping.
He's on a rampage.
Ryan Johnson, yep.
He wants to get T. Bruce. I think there's not many drivers here this evening that could probably catch one thing and overtake T. Bruce. And if anything, it could be Johnson here. He's always a late charger in these races, you know. He knows how to win them. T. Bruce is going to have to do some defending soon. Tiny Horse can get that power
down to the inside. Here they come out of 4. 8, make it 7 to go. Ryan Johnson on a hunt, trying to run down Bruce, and Bruce throws the block on the inside of the diamond of 2. Took the air away from him. Justin said, you're not going to get me this way. Drops to the inside and closed him off.
I think Johnson's going to have to use a little bit of the chrome bumper to get around T. Bruce here. I know Johnson's not very fond of it, but I think he's got to slightly bump him a little bit, get him a little loose. Only chance he got.
What he doesn't need right now is caution. He needs this to go green, doesn't he, all the way, so it gives him time to attack. He made a little error there.
Set it up.
Yeah.
Yep, let us set it up.
Hey guys, what a comeback, by the way, for Johnson. Remember, incident with him on the back stretch earlier, just after halfway, climbed back through the field when him and Nichols got together.
Yep.
And he rallies, and now he's got a big run on the 7, and he gets the door shut on him again out 2.
I think he's going to have to let that roll in the middle and just get to the bumper. I think he's going to have to.
I think you might be right on that one. T. Bruce is also going to be very defensive.
Bump
you know
run,
how T. Bruce,
here he comes.
It's hard to get past. You know, not easy to get past T. Bruce. You need to allow yourself at least probably 2 or 3 laps to get past him.
He shuts the door.
Yeah.
This is the 4th time now that Tristan Bruce has blocked the 38 of Johnson. He's setting himself up for crazy chaos here. Johnson's going to have to muscle his way to get the spot. He's on the driver left now. Here he comes. 4, make it 3 to go here in Iowa. It's go time. Here's the bump. Here's the bump.
He did. He shoved him up the track.
A bump. And he says, I'm here. This is your 2nd warning, 3rd warning.
Yeah, kitty.
He might have to send it. Coming to the line. 2 to go. This time by 4.
And you know what Matt Holmes is saying? Touch each other. Wreck each other. Come on, do it.
You lose a little momentum, and I'm going to be right there to take it. Holmes is there.
There goes Holmes.
No, look out. There's a ball there, and he hits it. Holmes in the wall. Johnson going after him. Bruce on the bottom throws the block. Johnson, Holmes, 2-car fight.
Oh,
here they come to the line.
That's going to give up
P2. 1 lap to go, presented by Derek's Detail and Shine. This is it in Iowa.
Well, Holmes put the bumper to T. Bruce. Is he willing to do it? He's going to have a heck of a run down here in the 3.
Tommy kept it off the wall. This time Bruce hitting his marks. He's up ahead. I think he'll do it. Tristan Bruce is going to win as Johnson stands across the line here in Iowa.
Wow.
What a dominating performance by Tristan. He held off a plethora of chargers at the end.
Tristan Bruce from Denver, North Carolina, has picked up the win here in tonight's Class Mechanic 150. Now he slaps it off the wall a couple of times.
Got to do the SVG, my friend. You're not Australian, T. Bruce, but I'll take it.
Did he slap it off the wall because he may have needed the rear end cracks? You know?
Hey, by the way, Tristan Bruce is a winner, joining drivers like Brandon Broadfoot, Kevin Edwards, Matt Cherry, Randy Nichols, Ryan Johnson, Peyton Johnson, Jonathan Cofield, and Trevor Williams last week at Indy. And now, Tristan Bruce as well. Lock yourselves into the postseason. And he has done it tonight. What a run. What a race, guys. What a finish.
That was a good race. That was a lot better than I expected.
Always a good one. Justin, I know you got to go up there and handle administrator affairs, man, but I'm glad you were able to join us in the booth for this one, sir. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys ask him if the crew chief told him to crack the rear end. I want to hear his response.
Yeah, we'll ask him that. Thank you, buddy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Justin. Here's a look at the results.
We need race.
Well, there's the qualifying results. There's your race results. I love the new graphics, by the way. Tristan Bruce, the winner. Matt Holmes, Ryan Johnson. All drivers, by the way, that are now winners this year, at least once or more. We'll talk to them in a moment. At the end, 175 laps, no overtime. Needed 3 lead changes by 4 different leaders, 12 cautions, but it was still a good one when it's all said and done. Hard charger Matt Holmes up 22 spots for second. Tristan Bruce led the most laps of 125 of 175. Fastest man, TB, and Thomas Aaron was the Donuts on the Backstretch Pole Award winner. Here's the results here tonight from Iowa. Tristan Bruce will pick up the victory. Again, he joins another 9 previous winners of this season. Matt Holmes, Ryan Johnson, all winners once or more this year. Drew Ballesteros, Josh Rodriguez, a top 5. A former winner at the last race of 2025. Brandon Broadfoot, Anthony Harden, Roger Diebold, Joshua Suss, Brendan Schubert, the Dr. Pepper man, comes back to finish in the top 10 also, Dean.
Yeah, exactly. And we go over to Ben Scanlon there, Tony Burlington, Double R, Robert Richards there with Brandon New. Chase Albright eventually did a strategy, did not pan off to him at the end, did it? He should not going down to pit road, cost him down to P15 there with Matt Hudgens. Buzzy is P17. Landon Kelly, remember, had to fight his way back up to the field. Had pace, but unfortunately was too many laps down to do anything about it. Bo Tiffany was caught in a wreck, and of course, other wrecks will involve Trevor Williams as we flip over to another page on the new graphics as well, too, Wesley, as soon as I find the button, because I'm not used to it, but we'll go over as well to our second row there. Thomas Aaron there, Randy Nichols. These are the drivers essentially have retired with too much damage on their cars there. Kevin Edwards, Coalfield not having another one, unfortunately, that he needed. Raul Meza, JJ, and Andrew Alowski. I didn't think he started.
By the way, as we mentioned, Raul Meza, 90 laps down, struggled tonight in the Serve Pro 37, but career start number 498 for him. He is 2 races away from a all-time start of NASRA with 500 starts. And, you know, I hope Brady and Cody, if they're listening or watching, I mean, here's a guy that has been committed to NASRA for God knows how long. He hasn't won. He's come close so many times, right? He wants to get that first ever win, Dean. But to have 500 career starts, to me, that is like NASCAR numbers. Yeah. That is commitment. That is dedication to the NASRA brand. I hope they do something special for him. I hope they do a plaque or a banner or an acknowledgement in some way, whatever race it is, whatever night, his 500th start. It is really fast approaching for the man that we call one of the Razor Ramones of NASRA, Mr. Raul Meza. A top 25 finish, struggles tonight, but again, another solid run on the road to 500. We're taking a break, everybody, and when we come back, it is the Florida Cabinet Distributors post-race Victory Lane Winner's Circle. We talk to Bruce Holmes Johnson next here at Iowa. Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime is Florida Cabinet Distributors. With over 20 years in business and 39 years of woodmaking experience, they proudly serve Northeast Florida to Southeast Georgia, delivering custom woodwork that combines precision, beauty, and durability. Whether you're dreaming of a custom kitchen, bathroom vanity, fireplace and mantle, entertainment center, outdoor kitchen, or even a full library. We can build it at Florida Cabinet Distributors, exactly the way that you envision. Hey, no project is too big or too small. If it's made of wood, Florida Cabinet Distributors can make it. Call or text Steve today. Yes, they gave us his personal cell number, 904-874-3442. That's 904-874-3442 to book today. Florida Cabinet Distributors, craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime. Back here at Iowa Speedway as we welcome you to 49 Victory Lane, North Collision, 49 North Collision Victory Lane. And they're located, by the way, in Burlington, North Carolina, right off of 40 and 85. And I'm sure if you hit the highways and the byways in the Carolinas, you'll see a lot of brine and getting the road salted for the upcoming snowstorm for the second weekend in a row. But they sponsor our post-race for the Florida Cabinet Distributors NASRA Cup Series. And we are joined by Tristan Bruce. Tristan Bruce, he's on the way to his 200th career start in NASRA. Tonight's start, number 198. This is now his 15th career win, 87th top 5, 123rd top 10. And for the man out of Denver, North Carolina, his first win this year in the NASRA Cup Series. And you're going to the playoffs, Tristan. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, Wesley. Yeah, super good race for me. It felt good to finally dominate a race like this. I can't tell you the last time I won on a Friday night or Wednesday night, so it feels super good. Man, what a great racetrack this is. Just super cool. You can run the middle, you can run a little bit of the top, just outside of the marbles, and you can run the bottom, obviously. Damn, dude, I was pushing as hard as I could right there without screwing the car up with Ryan coming. I know how fast he was, especially with him passing me to take the stage 2 win. So, yeah, I figured it would be a dogfight for sure. Was kind of hoping you got a little bit more damage when you wrecked with Randy. But, man, I'm super, super proud of my teammate Matt Holmes finishing P2. That is so awesome. Last time me and him finished 1-2, he won it at Kansas last season. So, yeah, just super cool. I looked in my mirror with 2 to go and saw Matt was on the outside of Ryan, and that just, took a bunch of relief off my shoulders with 2 to go right there. I know that when they get racy, that helps me out. But, man, I'm so damn pumped for this one.
Dean, stand by. I got to ask you this question, though, Tristan. It got really intense there between you and Ryan Johnson. You were trying to block, right? You're trying to protect. You're at the end of the race. You got to do everything you can to win, but you raced him clean. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, and me and Ryan earlier in my starts with NASRA, me and Ryan got into a bunch of run-ins, but since then it's been a lot of super good clean racing between us. I didn't run the bottom much at all tonight. I was running that middle groove, and I knew Ryan was super fast on the bottom, so late there in the race I knew my line would have had to have changed to the bottom, just to block his air, block his runs. And, I just did everything right. And like I said, again, I can't thank my teammate Matt Holmes enough to get into P2 and get next to Ryan there and helping me out a little. Super cool.
Yeah,
All right, Dean, I hope I didn't steal your question away I guess I do to Jacob
always
sometimes,
do, don't
right?
you, Wesley? But that's perfectly fine. T. Bruce, of course, you had Pops out there, said, nice work, son. You did fantastic. I mean, essentially, you almost swept everything this evening. Although apart from the pole position, but you did gain the one spot at the end there. You got the stage 1 win. You just missed out in the stage 2, but you got the more important race win. And on top of it, a fantastic battle with Ryan. And then, of course, maybe there's a few more laps there. Matty would have given you a bit of run for your money as well, too. But how does it feel to be defensive like that, knowing that, you got old NASRA drivers and old buddies that are attacking you tooth and nail? Does that show the experience and the mindset and skill that you've evolved over this time to be able to handle the pressure?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Can't really let the pressure get to you. You just gotta know what you can do and, hit your lines right and just, be fast. I mean, that was super fun. Super fun racing with Ryan like that, knowing how fast he is. But yeah, it's always better to be up front and controlling things and, qualified P2, won the first stage, P2 second race, P1 in the race. So I think the furthest back I was tonight all night was second. So damn, man, that was a hell of a race.
Good, solid run. Please thank your sponsors. Oh, this is, by the way, coming from race director Justin White, series director. He wanted to ask why you slammed the wall a couple of times on the cool-down lap on the back straightaway with the car.
I heard him. I needed to pass post-race tech, so I had to slap the wall a little bit there, No, I screwed up my drift, man. I was drifting pretty good, and then I overcorrected it into the wall. But no, just thank you to my dad, my mom, stepmom, sisters, nieces, nephews, Chandler Smith, Connor, all my friends for watching. You guys, Dean in the broadcast, producing, Wesley, you announcing, Justin White putting on this Wednesday night league, and I'm looking forward to finishing the season out every Wednesday here on out to the end. So yeah,
in the playoffs, career win number 15 in NASRA for the man out of Denver, North Carolina. Career start 198 tonight. On the road to 200 is 87 top 5, 123rd top 10. That is Tristan Bruce, part of the 49 North Collision victory lane. Let's grab second place and grab Matt Holmes. Matt Holmes already a winner this year as well. Matt Holmes I think it was last year. Actually, Matt Holmes won a race and looking to finally try to get a win here to put himself back into the playoffs if he can get it done. Matt, you were close racing with teammates. How special was that racing there with Bruce pushing him to the victory?
That's awesome, man. I love racing with Tristan. He's been an awesome teammate of mine for a couple of seasons now, and I'm so grateful to have him, and it's so much fun racing with him every week.
Yeah, sorry, just look at the squeezing there in the last couple of laps, mate, between you and Ryan Johnson to get around the outside, because Ryan was throwing everything in the kitchen sink and probably a ton of snow up there in Wisconsin, but you managed to hold with it there, and he went a little loosey-goosey, and you just kept with it. Would you have been able to, if this race was to go another 5 laps, to bring it to T. Bruce and steal the race win away from him?
I don't know about that. He was really fast and very consistent. I mean, it could have been close for a lap or two, but I think about 5 laps, he probably would have pulled away for sure.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, Matt. Obviously, I know it's not a win, but it's got to be a good feeling to know that your car is getting better and better. And obviously, you really like a track like Iowa, don't you?
Yeah, I actually love Iowa. It's just a lot of fun. There's a lot of throttle play. You really got to be steady with the wheel and try to be as consistent with you can. It was so much fun racing up front with those guys this week. It's been quite a while since I've raced up at the front, but this was an awesome opportunity and just an absolute blast. I'm really grateful to be a part of this.
Well, but it's always great catching up with the man of course, Matt Holmes. By the way, special night tonight for him. This is his 50th career NASRA start. Congrats on that, Matt. I didn't know if you knew that. He's got 2 career wins. This is his 11th top 5 and 35th top 10 on his career. So, Matt, thanks for your time, and please thank your sponsors.
Yes, thank you guys so much. Shout out to D&H Asphalt, and shout out to my beautiful wife, Katie, and all of my awesome boys on High Limit Racing.
Yeah, there's the thoughts of, again, the driver of Matt Holmes. 50th career start for him right there, and he has won before. He won last year in the NASRA Cup Series. Now, Tristan's got to return the favor, and he's got to try to help his teammate now get him in the playoffs.
Maybe next week.
Kentucky, yes, sir. All right, let's go to third place. The man that is third on the all-time winner list. after winning the All-Star race actually last week with, of course, 42 wins. Now, there's an error, as I said. Somebody with NASRA double-booked it twice because Ryan Johnson being showed as winning back-to-back last weekend, but he's actually only got one win. He's tied with Matthew David Wood with 42 career wins, but another solid podium for the man out of Salem, Wisconsin, with now his 235th start, 141st top 5, 177th top 10, and boy, it was wild. You were trying to fight for it, Ryan. What would you have done different to try to hold off Bruce there? But nothing wrong with a top 3 podium, sir.
No, we'll take it after our abysmal qualifying run and everything that happened in stage 1. We had a bunch of damage and got that fixed. We were able to come back for stage 2. We were able to get the win in stage 2, so that was pretty cool. I think I showed my cards too early when I drove around everybody because it seemed like everyone started driving a lot harder after that, so made passing people a lot more difficult. We did have a run-in with a teammate there in the middle of the race, so that kind of sucked. I was doing everything I could to stay away, but sometimes it happens. But yeah, I'll take third. I didn't think I was going to have a chance. We had a long green there in stage 3, and my tires were kind of shot, and I was kind of saving them, hoping for a caution. And luckily enough, we got that, and we didn't have any damage from the wreck with our teammate. But yeah, man, I love Iowa. The track is so much fun. It's wide, and you can pick a bunch of different lanes to run. As far as what I would have done different, I think I should have saved my tires a little bit more in those first. I think their last run was like 10 laps. I should have saved them for a couple laps at the beginning there because running behind them, I think they just got too hot and I started sliding really bad off the corner. Yeah, it's hard to say. I'll go with that. But yeah, it was fun either way. I mean, I think it would have been a hell of a battle had I been up there more of the race, but it's all good.
Well, Ryan, as we mentioned, we've spoken to you in stage 2. Isn't it about the glass mechanic? This is you just coming across the line at the moment, giving everything you can. You saw that moment before there where you had one little shot there to try to take it to T. Bruce. You made a little bit of an error. The car just got loose at the end there, and you had to concede the position there to Matt. But, you know, you generally don't qualify that well, mate. I've sort of had to be the bearer of bad news, but you're fantastic at slicing and dicing your way through the field. You just love, I guess you love to make things more difficult for yourself, but it also shows how skillful you are to do that. And on top of it, with that damage, you said, remember that teammate, you know, they didn't intentionally try to do that. You were just a part of that wreck and you had to fight your way back in there. Is that just something that you just, I mean, unfortunately do have to take it in? As I say, suck it up, buttercup. You put your head down and you say, okay, I'm just going to keep charging, keep doing what I do, drive fast, get through them, and then see what I can do. And what is that patience that you have there, that mindset, just to continue to drive the pants off it and try to get the best position that you can?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, tonight was a little different. I got home right as qualifying started, so I was already kind of in a rush, so I didn't have any practice. So it took, I don't know, like the first 15, 20 laps, however many laps we had green, and just tried to settle in, get comfortable, figure out where I wanted to run, where I wanted to be, how the car felt, and just kind of took that. So I think that was a little bit of our qualifying woes tonight. But yeah, I mean, with bad qualifying, you tend to have to get good at passing people if you want to run up front. So it just kind of gives you, I guess, more experience. It makes it fun. It makes it challenging, but sometimes you get in, bad situations, wrong place, wrong time. So it would be nice to get better at qualifying. I was good for a while, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if I just don't run as much as I used to or what. But I mean, it's all good. It was a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun here, so just look forward to racing and having good races.
Hey, Ryan, please thank your sponsors in this segue. I know the winning mentality of any of these guys, real or virtual drivers, is when you get in the cockpit, you want to win, right? But you are a 2-time winner this year at Dover and at New Hampshire. Does that make you race Tristan Bruce differently the way you did tonight?
No, not really. I've always raced Tristan the same way. Try to be as clean as possible, and I know he's fast, so he's going to do what he can to win, and I'm going to do what I can to win. I'm sure he knows that I won't sit there and wreck him for a win, which when he was pulling down, kind of blocking my runs, I was getting a little worried because I didn't want to get into him. But
Justin White was saying that actually in the broadcast in the dying stages of this race. He was saying he might have to get into him in order to get past him. But he also said that you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, unfortunately, people, for the most part, once they've been around me enough, they know me. And I don't want to win that way because I know how I would feel had it been done to me. So, I mean, if I'm faster, I'll find a way to get around you. And that's how I race. I mean, some people take advantage of it. Some people don't like it, but I don't know. Everybody has their personalities, and that's just mine. I don't like to win that way. So congrats to him. He's in the playoffs now, and we'll just try to keep going. I think we got the points lead right now. We'll try to hang on to that and see what happens next week. But, yeah, I just got to thank everyone, Justin White, Brady, everyone at NASRA putting this on. You guys have been the booth for broadcasting, Josh Suss and Blue Lights, my teammates at Blue Lights, our sponsors, Merce Magical Creations, Concerns with Police Survivors, Starbase 1552 Comics, Florida Cabinet Distributors, Cofield Asphalt Refinishing, Cofield Supply and Service, and all the drivers for a fun race tonight.
Yeah, obviously he came into tonight's race with the lead over his teammate from Blue Lights of Randy Nichols by 37 points. Obviously, Tristan Bruce had a better night than Randy Nichols had. He might climb. We'll see what happens obviously, with Tristan's win, what takes place. But at the end of the day, these wins put these guys in the playoffs, and everything resets in the next 3 weeks. There's a driver third on the all-time win list, but a third-place win tonight. That is Ryan Johnson for, of course, Blue Light and Taz. And there it is. Dean, always fun at Iowa Speedway, man. It's the world's fastest short track. It's a track that literally runs like a super speedway, 7/8 of a mile. We were treated to a dandy. Thanks to Justin White for staying in the booth with us tonight. Sometimes he pops in and out, but I think he really enjoys Iowa Speedway as much as all these guys did. And man, we were treated to a good one tonight, sir.
Yeah, and speaking for Justin as well, too, thank you for Justin for stepping in. It was a lot of fun to actually have Justin up here with his knowledge, also doing race control, as I'm trying to cough and speak at the same time, Wesley, but the show must go on.
Yeah.
That's the dedication that Justin has, and we all know that, he's gone through some personal issues and stuff like that. And he seems to be on the up and up, which is lovely, and I think he's going to be pretty proud with the way his boys have performed tonight. And I've been pretty proud with everybody's performed tonight too, Wesley. It's been, and as always, it's a pleasure to share the booth with you, my friend. And congratulations, of course, to T. Bruce. And also, Cody, if you're still watching, of course, hope you and your family are on the mend, as we're going to see T. Bruce do some burnouts. Celebrate.
Celebration for the man there for his 15th career win of the Ziegler.com Chevrolet. There he is, the man, Tristan Bruce, picking up the victory on the road to his 200th career start of NASRA. Career start 198 is his 15th career win, and we will get ready for Kentucky. Cops, trucks. I might be with you Friday night. Tyler Dittmer and myself. Dean as well. We'll have fun. And, of course, Tristan Bruce gets his first win of the year. Celebration on here tonight in the Glass Mechanic 150 for the NASRA Cups. NASRA Florida Cabinet Distributors Cup Series. We're out of here, everybody. Want to say thank you to Brady LaBeouf, Cody Knott, Get Better, Justin White, Dean Hopton. I'm Wesley Outland. Good job. Burn it down. Celebrate. On to Kentucky. Tristan Bruce wins tonight on the cornfields of Iowa's Midwest. Good evening.